Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Yo, what's up, guys? How's everybody doing today? I hope everyone is having a great evening and weekend. Weekend is almost over, isn't it? How is everyone doing tonight? Can you guys hear me and see me okay? I really hope we don't have too much network lag today, because we've been having a lot of network lag lately, right? Always here first. I think so, yeah. Yeah, good evening. Mote solo, I don't know. Well, you know, actually half of that is already in English. Solo is English, so you just need to explain to me what mote is. Then I can maybe help you. Hey, what's up? How's it going? Well, you know, there's no need to envy, right? Just show up and just participate. You know, you don't have to compare yourself with other people. That's kind of meaningless, you know? Please don't do that. What the mess? Weather here, raining again. Is it raining there again? Uh-oh. Okay. Well, rain isn't bad, right? I like it when it rains. You don't like it when it rains, YG? Yes, can see you, can hear you. Okay, that's good. Testing 1 2, that's right. What's up? Good, okay. All right. So you just got up from a long nap? Okay. How long was the nap? No, it's not raining here. However, it was cloudy pretty much all day today. We had a pretty thick overcast throughout the entire day. Whoa, you're gonna be up all night doing your homework? You should probably start doing it right now so you can at least get a few hours of sleep before you go to school tomorrow. Tomorrow, it's a school night, right? I mean, I know it's Sunday, but you go to school tomorrow, don't you? Hey, what's up? How's it going? Wow, okay, so, no kids tonight? How come? Are they not home, or did you make it a rule that whenever I stream, you don't have to look after your kids? Is that a rule? Then maybe I should stream every night. Oh, you really don't like the rain, really? I'm doing all right. How you doing? How you doing? I'm doing okay. I hope you're doing all right. How's your weekend? Are you just being lazy? Okay. Procrastinating as much as you can until you absolutely have to? What would happen if you actually just didn't do your homework? Like, what would happen? Wow, you took a 4-hour nap? Man, you're gonna have trouble going to sleep tonight. After dinner, LAT 다른 영상 보습하려고. Live Academy toddler. Oh, okay, all right. So you're here. I mean, it's better, right? Like, participating in one of our live streams is a lot better than watching one of my older videos because this is actual engagement. We are actually communicating in almost real time. By the way, I have set... Today, we are on low latency. Yesterday, we were on normal latency. And I really didn't appreciate the time difference between our communication. And so we're going to see if things are going to be okay with the low latency mode. Hopefully, there's no buffering like we had yesterday. Ew, tomorrow's Monday. I don't want to go to work. Yeah. I've actually been working pretty much all day. I've been doing a lot of editing. This one's taking a bit longer than I thought it would. You should come every night, really. Yikes. That can't be easy. Actually, I haven't had dinner. I think I'm going to have something after the stream. So we might finish a little early because I don't want to eat too late. You know what I mean? So... You like this kind of... Well, just don't think of it as a class. You know what I mean? Don't think of it as class. We're just... we're just hanging out together. Trying to use some English. Trying to get used to it. Watched a baseball at home and completely lost. Uh-oh. So now I just got here in a cafe to work and study. Oh, okay. All right. Chadby says, I've been single all my life. 모태솔로. 전 born to be single인 줄 알았는데 그럼 뉘앙스가 바뀐다고 하네요. 솔로가 될 운명이다? Oh yeah, born to be something means that that's just how you're built. That's just who you are. It doesn't necessarily mean that you were born single. Like, what? So can you explain to me what 모태솔로 means actually? I don't really know what it means. Does it mean that you've been single your entire life? Or does it mean that you are just the type of person who prefers to stay single? Like, what is it? I rode a bike for 54 kilometers today. I think that's like from here to like 잠실 or something. What did you do today? Yeah, I was back there on that computer and I've been working pretty much all day because I'm trying to make some changes to how I edit my videos. Right now, I'm working on a toddler video that I will probably upload sometime tomorrow morning. And I've been working really hard to make the video just very convenient for you guys to use as a learning material. And so I've been on that particular edit pretty much all day today. Semester Sunday, went to Incheon, Chinatown for the first time. Wow, for the first time? You had never been there before? Wow, okay. And too long, but great with church people. Oh, with the people at your church. Okay. So, did you have a good time there? Did you have a good time? Yeah, we're live. We're live. Yeah, nice to see you again, too. You're very good. I do what I can. I try my best. That can't be easy. Yeah, that can't be easy. Actually, I feel the same way. That's why I'm on my feet now. I'm gonna stream standing today. I'm not gonna sit down because I've been sitting pretty much all day today, and so 모쏠. Would you just please explain it to me? I think I've made myself pretty clear that I don't know what that is. I can kind of guess, I guess, but I just don't really, single since birth. So it means, like, what does it mean? So it means basically you've been single for your entire life, yeah? 모쏠 means never been in a relationship. Okay, that's actually a good way to phrase it. That's actually how I would prefer to phrase it. Never been in a relationship. Never been in a relationship. Are you living in Seoul? I thought you were abroad. No, I am living in Gyeonggi-do, Gwangju. And I've been living here for, I think, about 6 or 7 years. And I've been living in Korea since 1994, so you do the math. I hate doing math. So, I've been in Korea since 1994, so it's pretty long, right? How long has it been? I don't even want to think about it. I just commented on TikTok, and she replied to me, "Hi, she's native." Oh, that's great. The guy, girl who have never dated anyone. Okay, so yeah. So someone who's never been in a relationship. Someone who's never been in a relationship. Oh, you did? Oh, thank you. That's great. I'm glad you bought my book. Okay. Hey, if you have any, because, we stream pretty often. Like this week, I think this is like, my 3rd or 4th stream. And so we stream pretty often, and, we have a good amount of time just chatting before we get into the main part of our stream. So you can feel free to ask me any question you want about anything in the book, okay? Please ask. She's English teacher in Jeju. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, so you can hook up with her or something? You can hook up with her? On top of가 게다가 의미로 쓰일 때 부정적 의미로 사용돼요. No, not at all. On top of that, no. No. Not necessarily. Yes, you could do that. So, like, for example, let's say that your company is, like, you told your boss that you wanted to leave the company, but your company really, really needs you, right? And so they're negotiating. They're saying they're going to pay you all this money, and they're going to say, "All right, we'll give you 5 million won more every year," and then you're going to say, oh, and that's on top of the yearly bonus. You see what I mean? On top of the yearly. Oh wait, 게다가? On top of that? Yeah, no. You can use it. It has nothing to do with. It's not bound to negative contexts or positive contexts. You don't have to worry about that. It's not bound to a particular type of context. Okay, so don't worry about it. Haleen, if you ask me that in English, I'll consider answering that question. I am going to join global company next month, so I try to study English hard these days. My English is at a toddler level. Wow, okay, so that's going to be pretty challenging. I mean, even with good English, it's not going to be easy fitting into a company where English is just commonly used, right? Even if your English was good, because you're going to be working alongside foreigners, probably. That's what I'm guessing. And so, yeah, that can't be easy. Yeah, I would be freaked out if I'm being honest. So, hey, do your best. You should show up to our streams every day. Okay, so so this is my way of trying to help you feel more confident. Hey, don't try to be perfect. English is your second language. It's okay if your English is horrible. Don't worry about that too much. Don't show that you are insecure about your linguistic skills. Just be happy to be there. Yeah, be audacious. Try to be audacious. Like have no shame. Have no shame. Nishida, Angel, Ice, what? Are in full. What? Oh, are these type of flowers? Haleen, you're not even trying. You're giving yourself the excuse because you're scared. You're not doing it. The only thing that's holding you back is fear. Fear of judgment. I know this. I know this. You know this. If you can't break through that barrier, it's never gonna happen, dude. It's never gonna happen. Exactly. Exactly. I'm watching this stream standing like you because I'm full. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, everybody should be doing that. Like, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are feeling full right now because, like, it's around the time people have just finished their dinners. So, yeah, you know, just some people might give you a hard time because your English isn't perfect, but don't worry about that. Don't let that bother you. Just try to ignore that as much as you can. I know that's harder than it sounds, but just try to ignore it as much as you can. Yes, that's true. And that's one of the reasons that I always say that the thing that you need the most as an English learner is courage. That's like probably the number one thing. Like that's the biggest thing that people need to try to have. Courage. It's not confidence. I don't believe in that. Your English sucks. How can you be confident, right? It doesn't make sense. But you have to have courage, right? Have the courage to say, my English sucks, I know, but that's okay. And that takes courage. It takes a lot of courage. I know, right? It's a crazy world we're living in. We're living in the future. It's been raining all afternoon, and I don't feel like going to work tomorrow. Is it gonna continue raining tomorrow? Well, we had a my English is bitch. I know. Okay. Do you happen to want me to buy some coffee? Oh no, this sounds horrible, 이상권님. This doesn't sound right. This doesn't sound right. Do you happen to want to? No, that makes no sense. Just, do you want to buy me some coffee? Do you want to buy me some coffee? Do you want to buy me some coffee? I can't imagine any situation where we would say, do you happen to want to... Like, do you happen to want to... Do you happen to want to... Doesn't really make sense. Because happen to is referring to a coincidental situation. 어떤 우연의 일치로인 어떤 요소에 대해서 얘기를 하는 건데, do you want to라고 하는 것은 그러고 싶냐기 때문에 어떻게 하고 싶은지 안 싶은지는 우연성의 요소가 없기 때문에 happen to랑 잘 안 어울려요. Okay? So this is one of those contexts where happen to and 혹시 do not match. You have to understand that happen to and 혹시, they don't always match. They do a lot of the time. 매칭이 되는 경우는 많지만 not always. And this is one of the contexts where they don't really match. Okay? So I mean your computer, why move, continue? In the back, the computer in the back, because you know, I like to think that I'm doing something important. It makes me look like I'm doing something important. That's why I always have something in the back. I want you guys to think that I'm doing something important. And so that's why I never explain what's happening in the back. Because if I do, it'll just, you know, it's going to ruin the fantasy, right? I want you guys to think that I'm doing something important. That's why I have that in the back. I binge watched The Suits on Netflix during 5 hours, for 4 or 5 hours. 4 or 5 hours. It was my second time watching the series, not to watch. I was happy that I could understand around. Okay. All right, good. Yeah, 70-80%. That's great. That's actually really, really good. I'm planning to meet up with a friend from the US tomorrow so I can practice. Oh, that's great. Okay. All right. 그거 아닌가? 혹시란 뜻? Not always. Not always. Because you have to understand that in Korean, the expression 혹시 is used much more broadly than happen to in English. Okay? So, you are streaming 3 days in a row. Is it my third day in a row? Okay, that's good. Good. Someday I wish I could say that I stream every day. It's one of my dreams. I wish I could say that I stream every day. No buffering at all? That's great. Excellent. Okay. I guess not a lot of YouTube traffic on Sunday evenings. It's very hard for me to understand how to use should, would, and could. It's okay. Don't try to understand it. Don't try to. It's a process. See what you're feeling right now. I understand. I understand because you feel like it's not very clear. You want to sit down and maybe spend like 15, 20 minutes and just understand everything clearly, right? But that cannot happen. That's not even how native speakers learn it. They use it by using it for years and years and years, and that's what you have to do too. There's no way you can understand it just by spending a few hours, having someone explain it to you and just understanding the explanation. You can't understand it. It's not something that you can understand. It's something that you have to get used to. Okay? 이해할 수 있을 거라는 기대를 아예 버리고요. 많은 활용을 통해서 조금씩 감을 그냥 잡아가는 그런 과정이라고 생각해야 돼요. That is so important. 정말 중요한 거예요. That's very, very important. Remember, this is language. You're learning a language. You're not learning math. This is not science. It's not architecture, right? It's not rocket science. It's a language. Okay? So please keep that in mind. I've been in Australia for almost 4 months, but my English still isn't good. Okay, I know the reason. I haven't really studied. So from now on, I'll work hard. Okay, that's great. Hey, you come to our streams pretty often, right? So, just show up, use it as much as you can. Just ask any native speaker what the secret to learning another language is. They'll all tell you the same thing. Just use it every day, man. Everybody will tell you the exact same thing. Just use it every day. Just use it every day. Use it every day. Then is it okay to say, there are so many ways. I talk about it all the time. Then is it okay to say, do you happen to buy some coffee? No, that makes no sense. Well, okay, the important thing is, what are you trying to say? Can you give it to me in Korean? What are you trying to say? What do you want to say? Is one of my favorite flowers? Okay. Do you want me to buy some coffee by any chance? Like, I think we need to be clear on what we want to say, because I don't think you even know what you're trying to say. Yeah, good to see you too. What do you think about Katy Perry's trip to space? Katy Perry is a singer. She went to space? My gosh. I'm a 식집사. I have no idea what that is. Hello, Sam. How was your weekend? Hope you had a wonderful weekend. Well, I'm here streaming, which means I'm having a better weekend than most. So, no complaints here. Wow, Paungyeong, you're here so early. All right, it's good to see you. What videos are playing in the back monitor? Just some random stuff. Random stuff that makes me look like I'm doing something important. Oh, I see. I'll keep your words. Yeah. Just remember, it's just a language, right? It's just a language. There's no such thing as a secret. Nothing like that. Once I accepted that I wasn't good at English and wasn't confident speaking, I felt less pressured and then tried to face awkward and shy for speaking. Yeah, just do it. All the people here chatting in English, the people that I watch on Discord every day communicating in English, I mean, yeah, some of them they use English on a pretty advanced level, but a lot of them don't, and it doesn't really matter. You don't have to be perfect. You know what I mean? 2 days straight, really? 2 days? Hey, I think we've done much better than that before. I think there was this 1 week where we streamed every day throughout the entire week. Wasn't there? Wasn't there? Yeah, so this streaming on a Sunday is actually a very rare occasion for us. We do not stream on Sundays very often, but I'm here. I'm trying to tell myself and make myself believe that I should not really care what day it is. I used to think about that a lot. I used to think, oh, it's a Friday night. Everybody probably has better stuff to do. Oh, it's a Sunday. People need to spend time with their families, and nobody's gonna want to watch a stream. So I'm trying to tell myself that it doesn't matter. Stop thinking about that. Stop overthinking things. Just be there for them as much as I can, and that's what I'm trying to do. I've been speaking English for 1 year, 1 hour per day, but I have a lot of pause when I speak English. How can I fix it? You gotta do much more. 1 hour is not nearly enough. 1 hour is not nearly enough. You gotta do it way more, dude. You gotta do it way more, Evan. A lot more. A lot more. Oh, was it? It was like 11 days in a row? Oh my gosh, 이편을 여자만 쓸 수... No way. Guys use it too. Guys use it too. Sure. It's my first time watching your stream, and I almost don't understand how. It's okay. Don't worry about it. That's what it is. That's what it's like learning another language. Most of the time, you don't know what the hell's going on. You don't know what the hell people are talking about. You just have to be there. That's it. Okay? Let's go make a world record stream 365 days. Whoa, come on. Let's set a more realistic goal first, right? I mean, just thinking about that is giving me a headache. Jeez. Is it good for a toddler to study by memorizing chunks? Sure. Yeah. There aren't many methods that are bad. Let me just make that thing clear. There aren't many methods that are bad. Most methods are good as long as you can do it for a long period of time consistently. Which means if you're not consistent and you can't keep it up for a long period of time, no method is going to work. And I probably talk about this all the time every day, but I'm just reminding you guys. I'm writing a lot these days in Korean almost every day. I would say I can definitely feel that my Korean writing skills are improving. I believe the same applies in English. The same applies to anything in life. It's not just language. Whatever it is, whatever you do in life, the more you do it, the better you get at it. You know what I mean? I mean, of course. How could it not be? 6 women, including Katy Perry, went up to space for 10 minutes and 21 seconds, and they're talking about it like what it's like to be an... Okay, well, you know, I understand. I mean, I'm not surprised, to be honest. What time do you usually start streaming? Is there a specific streaming schedule? No, we don't have a streaming schedule. My goal, as far as the schedule is concerned, my goal is to stream every day. Of course, that's nearly impossible because life gets in the way, right? And so, but I would, you know, someday I would love it if I could start telling people that I stream daily, that I stream every day. But at the moment, that seems nearly impossible. But when we do stream, now I do stream as often as I can. And when we do stream, we usually start around 9 o'clock. But we usually just, you know, spend the first hour or so just chatting, making small talk. Ah, my health. I don't know. not the best, if I'm being honest. Not the best. So if one day you guys don't see me for like a week straight, hey, what's up? Do you think writing is helpful for speaking too? Okay, so think about this. Do you think writing in Korean helps your Korean speaking? What do you think? Just think about, flip the perspective. Imagine a foreigner who's trying to learn some Korean, and they ask you the same thing about Korean. Well, if I write a lot of Korean, will my speaking improve as well? What are you going to tell that person? I would probably tell that person, well, to an extent, it's going to help, but it's only going to help you so much. You know what I mean? It can only help you so much. That cannot be the main source of how you improve. It can't be the main method that you use, right? So yeah, courage. Courage is everything. And you guys know there's no way that you can suddenly gain the courage to do it. You just have to work it up yourself. You have to gain the courage yourself. Of course, right? How's your weekend? I just spent time with my family. Nothing special. Beautiful weather, isn't it? Yeah, it was pretty nice today. Yeah. I was out with my dogs and my wife, and it was really nice. Yeah, very, very nice. I think it was a lot, and it got even nicer towards the evening, right? The sky was beautiful. Well, we don't have anything really special today, but it's just everything that we do today, everything that we practice and cover today in today's stream will be review, but it will be very good exercise and very important exercise for a lot of you, because we're going to be covering a lot of basics, but you will find some of the things that we cover today, you will find them kind of difficult, which is why, we need this time together, right? Well, it's basically the speech to text. We have that on our phones too, right? When you're typing a message or something, you see that little microphone key on the keyboard, and you tap on that little button, and it you can start speaking, and it immediately catches what you're saying, and it writes everything down. That's pretty much what this is. There is a lantern parade in downtown in Daegu. Oh, lantern parade. Oh, right, Buddha's birthday. Okay. It's a pretty big thing, right? 너는 요리를 잘해. You're a good cook. You cook very well. Sure. Yeah, they're both right. Perfect. Very, very good. Very, very good. Come on. That's all you. That is all you. Well, I mean, maybe I helped a little bit, but that's great. Awesome. I went for a walk around the local stream for about 2 hours. I want to enjoy the stream before it gets hot. Okay. Before it gets hot. Oh, you're not in Korea, I'm guessing. Okay. What were you going to say, Sam? Don't ever say that. Oh. Well, come on, you know me. You know me. The class that was streamed yesterday was honestly one of the funniest class. What? Really? Okay. I couldn't stop laughing. Oh, the garlic grandma. Yeah, that was pretty funny. Sorry to hear that, but I believe you will be very okay. Oh, thank you. That's so sweet. That's so sweet of you to say. Yeah, pray for me, guys. Pray for me. I'm not religious, but if I was, I would probably pray like hell. Oh, wait, that didn't sound very nice. I would pray like crazy. No, my English speaking is too bad, but I'm English learn more. Okay, yeah, of course. And remember, I can't believe I have to say this almost during every stream, but just remember, there is a piece of fact that no one can avoid, that no one can ignore, no one can skip, and no one can go around. There's no avoiding. And that piece of fact is you can only learn and improve your English by using it. You can only improve when you use English. Of course. Right? Right? How could it not be? How could it not be that? Right? And you have to remember, your English will only begin to improve when you start using it. That's... Get it in your head. Get it in your head. So important. If you don't start using it, it will never start to improve. That's a fact. Of course. I've studied English for years watching your previous videos, which helps me to improve my English level. Well, that's great. Yeah. It's great. Do you enjoy drinking? No, I do not. The only kind of drink that I actually enjoyed drinking was I still get those mixed up. It's either, I think it was Igwadoju. That was the only drink that I tried and thought, wow, this is pretty good. That was the only drink that I thought was pretty good. But you know, I don't drink. I don't really consider myself a drinker. Yeah. I know, right? That was a very poor choice of words on my part. Poor choice of words. Them stone. What? You're talking about my shit? Gesture kind of comes off a bit intimidating. What? Huh? What? What are you talking about? You talking about my shit? How to say foreigner? I'm very nervous. When I talk to foreigner? Yeah, sure. I mean, how? Just do it. Of course. You just do it. Just do it. Imagine, so always think about a foreigner who is trying to learn Korean. Always think about that. A foreigner who is trying to learn Korean. Imagine they have the same problem that you do. What would you tell that person? Same thing, exactly the same thing, okay? And yes, I mean, that's not going to take away your fear. You're still going to be afraid, you're going to be nervous. Nothing can take that away. Nothing will remove that. Nothing will allow you to skip it. You just have to work through it. You just have to, yeah, just move forward. I know, right? Ooh, it really burned my throat. I could feel it really. It had a burning sensation through. I could actually feel my, like, it was like going down my chest and into my stomach. I could like feel my organs and stuff. But it tasted good. It tasted good. A few days ago, I listened to your lesson for Samsung. Oh, you did? Okay. I'm a little bit embarrassed about that. I didn't. It wasn't my best. I was nervous. I was nervous. I was like nervous out of my mind. Maybe it didn't show, but I was really nervous. And there were numerous points throughout the presentation where I just kind of lost my words. And so it wasn't... I'm still working on my presentation skills. Pineapple. Actually, because it's been a while since I tried it. And if my memory is correct, I think it tasted like apples. Like apples. Isn't it like, doesn't it taste like apple? Speech to text. Speech to text. We have it on our phones too. Speech to text, guys. Speech to text. No. No AI required. No AI required. It's a very simple speech to text. Oh, okay. Come on. Hey, Panga, where's your English? Where's your English? Wonder why I didn't get the notification. We're just going to have a chat throughout the stream. No. We start at 9. We start at 9 as usual. These days, I'm so happy to study English thanks to you. Although I'm beginner, I'm going to study steadily. That's great. Okay. Yeah, that's great. Keep it up. Keep them coming. Keep these sentences coming. Just say You don't have to always say something that's interesting or something meaningful. Just say anything. Just you have to overdo it when it comes to output, and especially during my streams, you're here purely to, well, we have a good time too, right? But you're here mostly to practice your English. So just use this opportunity to just say whatever you want. Not at, well, kind of. There's this facility. It's like a training facility for people who get hired at Samsung. I think it's called the Human Resource Development Center or something. And yeah, I was there, I think, a few days ago, like several days ago. I just finished doing the dishes and came back to see so many familiar faces here. Okay. Funny you say faces, because not exactly faces, right? Familiar names, maybe. For the first time in a long time, participated live stream. Oh, okay. All right. Well, we're not going to do anything too crazy today. We're just, we're going to take it easy. Do you usually watch UFC fight? No. I'm not really interested in it. I think I was talking about something similar yesterday, that I don't really enjoy watching sports, like any kind of sports. I do enjoy playing sports, but so what I'm trying to say is, if I had the time to watch a sports game, I would rather go out and, I don't know, shoot some hoops or, kick around a soccer ball or something, you know what I mean? After dinner, sure, YG. Take your time. I talked to myself on Discord. Oh, so sorry to hear that, Sona. Nobody wants to talk to you? What other foreign languages did you study? I studied Chinese for a very short period of time. It was fun. I loved it. Like, the pronunciation and the intonation was so cool. And I do still think so too. I love Chinese. But but when I started learning to read and write is when I quit. I said, "Oh, no, thank you. I'm not gonna do that." Something that doesn't kill you just makes you stronger. Me too. I've heard that learning languages is preventing this dementia. Being healthy and alive is my wish. Oh, okay. I guess, there are many ways to put your brain to work. I guess that's kind of the idea behind learning a language to prevent dementia, is putting your brain to work, right? Focusing on, concentrating on something and actually thinking about something. So putting your brain to work, I guess there are many ways to do that, including learning a language. I'm curious how to express 고민하다 in English. I have to be confused or consider in mind. Well, actually, one of the most easiest ways to express 고민하다 is to say try to decide. So if, for example, if I want to say 고민 중이다, I would say I'm trying to decide. I'm trying to decide. That's what I would say. Yeah. Just say anything you want. Just say anything you want. And, and you can learn so much by other people's comments, which is why everybody should be chatting in English, not freaking Korean, okay? All right. Come on. Contribute to the community, guys. Contribute. What, Pangyo? You don't want to contribute? You don't want to be that person? You don't want to contribute at all? You just... What are you doing? I'm suffering from sciatic pain. Okay, I'm not familiar with what sciatic pain is. I was in a hospital last month. It's so painful. Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that. Please share with me if anyone has a good doctor for this. Anybody? Anybody know how to deal with sciatic pain? I don't even know what that is, and I don't know anybody, or I have no knowledge of this. So if anybody has any information or any recommendations, please feel free to contribute. Stop being such a cry girl. I know what's your English is like. Yeah, I mean, her English is good. I mean, just a few minutes ago, she told us that she she talked to this foreigner at some event and she did pretty good. So she's afraid of being judged. She thinks that we're gonna think less of her. She thinks that that's pretty fast, isn't it? I have studied English for about 3 months now. Lately, I kind of feel like I lose interest of English gradually. What would you do if you felt this way? It's impossible for me to lose interest in English because I don't do it for fun. I use it to communicate. I just use the language to communicate, and I use the language for entertainment, to learn stuff. The key is to not spend time just simply learning English. You gotta find a way to use English to do something. That's what most people never do. All they do is just study the language. They never use the language to do stuff. That's exactly what everybody has to do. You gotta use English and do stuff with it. Do stuff with it. How can you lose interest? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, if you're using English to communicate with people, if you're using English to find information online, to look up stuff online, if you're using English to, communicate with people, how can you lose interest? The only reason you lose interest is because you're studying it like a damn classroom subject. You know what I mean? I know that's hard. It's quite a transition. It's a big change that you have to make, because I'm sure that most of you have spent your entire lives just studying the language, right? That's why I often lose motivation. Yeah, exactly, because it's only something that to most of you, it's something that you study. It's work, right? For me, it's not work because I use it to do stuff. You know what I mean? Personally, I think the best way to have interest for a language is meeting foreign friends. Well, I'm sure. That's exactly what I'm saying. Use it to do something. Use it to communicate. Right? The best treatment for sciatic pain is to stretch 중둔근. That's some meat in the body, and get even balance for your pelvis. Okay, so do a lot of stretching and aim for a better balance throughout your in your pelvis, especially. Okay, I don't see many familiar names. They are probably out having some chicken beer right now. Okay, maybe. Even though wow, you're 70, Kathy? Wow, okay, cool. I've been studying Bummerson Stream for over a year now, so I understand more than half of what he says. I'm grateful. Wow, that's great. If you can understand more than half of what I'm saying, that's pretty good, actually. I'm sure there are a lot of people here who can barely understand what I'm saying, especially because we're on the toddler channel now, right? Frankly speaking, I'm using English these days to communicate with people here. Oh, okay, see, that's a good start. And this is exactly why I'm trying to do this as often as I can. And I try to keep things as casual as I can. This is why I take like an hour or two out of my day to spend extra time with you before we get into the mainstream and just talk about stuff, to give you this experience of communicating in English. And it's so important for you to take the next step. Take the next step and actually go out there and use English with people who have no interest in, teaching you English. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Go out in the wild, as we say, and use English. 해둔근. Gluteus maximus. Wow, gluteus medius. I have no idea. Like, both Korean and English, I don't even know what they are. These days, line dancing is one of my hobbies. I really enjoy it. Oh, line dancing. I don't even know what line dancing. You mean using English for something as method is better than just studying English as purpose. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Yeah. So so the reality is for most people, and I'm thinking more than 90% of Korean people, for most people, they only experience English when they are studying it. So their mindset is, okay, time to study English, and that's the only time they actually experience English. And so it's studying time, and and so of course they don't want to do it. Of course it's not fun. You really hate to do it, and you get bored, and I mean some people actually enjoy it, surprisingly, and so something that I've been pushing, and something that I've been recommending, something that I've been suggesting to all of my viewers and to all of you guys is to move away from studying the language, okay? Quit studying it and start using it. I know that's hard, but you got to start doing that. Because like I was saying, if you don't use it, nothing's going to change. I just started studying Spanish, and I'm starting to feel it's fun since I can recognize new words from TV series and English shows. They speak Spanish quite a lot. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, that's right. Especially like in those shows like Narcos. I will be regularly attending an English meeting. I'm a bit nervous. Help me, please. I feel like I'm doing my part. I hope you all find your soulmate. 그러면 you gotta use English. Huh? Not really sure what you mean by that. What did you have for dinner? I just got back home, so I'm really hungry. Yeah, I'm hungry too, actually. I didn't have dinner. I kind of, I kind of lost track of time, and I actually wasn't thinking about streaming tonight, but then I thought, if you're home, if you have the time, even if you have, although I do have a bunch of material, like, you gotta be there for those people, because those people will never spend time on their own. Anyway, so yeah, I'm hungry too. I'll probably have something after the stream. Having said that, 한국어로 하면 그렇긴 한데, no, it's not. No. That expression doesn't exist in Korean, as far as I understand. What is the most popular online community in Western country? Reddit? Yeah, I think it's Reddit. I'm pretty sure it's Reddit. It's bigger than like any social media out there. That's pretty difficult for me too. How about studying English through pop music? How about, okay, so would you recommend that to a foreigner who's learning Korean? Would you recommend using K-pop to learn Korean? In my case, I mean, if they love K-pop, I don't think I even have to suggest it. I mean, they'll probably be doing that on their own. For 10 months, okay. It's a pretty long time. So, what does it look like, though? Is it something that you do with a partner, or is it something that you do by yourself? Do you have to wear some special kind of shoes or a dress? Like, what does it look like? I'm kind of curious. I think I've heard line dancing quite a bit. I just don't know what it is. My husband and my daughter are having late dinner now. Okay. Well, it's not that late. It's only like 8:45, right? What does it mean by lost track of time? Lost track of time means I was so focused on something and I didn't know the time had passed so much, and I didn't realize what time it was. Like, I wasn't even thinking about the time for several hours, and so I didn't know what time it was. Lost track of time. You seem to be charged with full of energy, especially today, even though you haven't had dinner. Interesting, because if anything, if there's any reason that I am full of energy right now, I think it's probably because I'm on an empty stomach. I don't know about you guys, but in my case, maybe it's because of my bad health, but when I'm full, I feel so sluggish and so slow, like I can't do anything. I'm actually a lot more alert and awake when I'm on an empty stomach. What about you guys? You're not like that? You just made 시래기 된장국? Cool! You know how to make that stuff? Alright. So just give me your address. When I answer during my phone English lessons, I notice that sometimes copy your intonation. That's great. Modeling? That's great. If you want to find your soulmate, you got to use English. Really? I don't know. Song lyrics don't have context compared to essays, books. I don't recommend it. Okay. 옛날 마카레나 생각하시면 돼요. 여러 명이 춤을 Oh, no partners, but you just kind of stand in a line. You're in a line. Oh, okay. All right. So it's good exercise too. Okay. Interesting. So you do get together with a lot of people, and it's kind of like it's like a synchronized dance. You don't necessarily have a partner, but like everyone is everyone's partner. How can I make girlfriend? I feel so shy when I talk to girls. Well, first of all, I think you should work on your looks, work out, and always be neat. Always maintain a neat haircut. Stay slim, muscular if you can. Always dress nicely, and smile a lot, and just but don't get too creepy. You know what I mean? And always have manners. I think if you can start there, you have a better chance than most people. If you can start there, you probably have a better chance than most people. I mean, you never know where. Oh, that's right. Oh. So it'll increase your odds, is what you're saying. So by becoming bilingual, it increases your odds of meeting your soulmate, because your soulmate might not even be in Korea, right? Might have something to do with your sugar, my blood sugar. Oh, okay, yeah, probably. I guess my soulmate would run away from. What? Why? I chatted your first time. I introduced Emerson to my friend. She's watching. Wow, really cool. Okay. Hey, Aula's friend, what's up? That was so stupid. Welcome to the stream. What's going on? I know that feeling. Being on the empty stomach is a great way to keep me. Yeah. I always I realized this quite a while back actually, but I always find myself feeling more alert, and in a lot of cases more energized, and just much more awake, and much I just find myself being able to focus better when I'm on an empty stomach. So yeah, it's a good thing. And from what I hear that it's kind of it's part of our it's a biological property, which means it's a there is some explanation to that, because when you're hungry, your survival instincts kick in, right? You need to look for food. You need to go hunting, right? That's what the old people used to do. And so you're naturally more alert when you're hungry because you need to survive. Manner is the most important thing, you think? Really? I didn't expect Sam would give such real tips. Well, I mean, that's pretty obvious, right? Pretty obvious. I mean, but that's just a start, right? That's just a start. That will, give you a decent starting ground, I think. If you don't have those things, in place, like you have, like little to no chance nowadays, especially nowadays, right? Okay, I'll make 10 girlfriends. Wow. Okay. Honestly, at first, the nickname Emerson sounded a little odd for me, but after watching lots of videos, I got to figure out that that is the most well explained. Sounds cute. Yeah. I wonder what would have happened if I started out wearing a different colored hat. Like, Do you think people would have just gone with whatever color? Like if I wore, if I wore like a blue hat, people would call me pamosem, konmosem, nomosem, 백mosem. What if I had no hat? Maybe bakmosem. If I didn't wear any hat, people would probably call me bakmosem, right? Bakbaks. Yeah. I can meet someone who speaks as good English as Sam does. Maybe it's almost 0. Hope I can meet someone who speaks as English as good as me. Just meet any foreigner. Just meet any native English-speaking foreigner, and they'll speak English a lot better than I do. What's up? Yeah, what's up, man? How's it going? Fuck. But hey, I like the sound of that. That has a nice ring to it. 빵모쌤이 알려주는 빡쌤. So what is that, like? 빠갈빡냥? Oh. Yeah. Oh man, I knew it. Maybe I should start working on that. Like, maybe I should stop wearing my hat. And after a few years, maybe people will forget that I was ever 발모쌤 and they'll start calling me 빵모쌤. I think I got a little too excited. Okay. So 4 minutes left until we move on to the main part of our stream, which is going to be, it's the part everybody hates. But we have about 4 minutes, so go what you got to do. Go to the bathroom, go get a drink, whatever you need to do. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, thanks for summarizing that up. When did you get started today's stream? Hey RJ, what's up? I started, I don't know, I'm not exactly sure, around 8 maybe? No buttering. No buffering today? No network lag? Yeah, hopefully we don't get much buffering today. Nobody's been complaining about any buffering today, which is really good. I don't know why we had so much yet, why it was so bad yesterday, right? It was really, really bad yesterday. I think yesterday it was even worse than the day before, because the day before we had quite a bit of buffering as well. But yesterday I think it was the worst one we had. It was the worst one we had. This is the little guy that's giving the middle finger, right? Yeah, it was really bad yesterday. Very, very bad. I'm happy to watch this live, but thinking about having to go to work tomorrow suddenly makes me feel a bit sad. Well, yeah, I know what you mean. I also climbed another mountain, 청계산. Oh, you can actually hike 청계산? Okay. 따봉? Look very closely. I think it's the middle finger. What is the video behind you? It's something that makes me look like I'm doing something important. Makes me look, makes me look like I'm doing something important. That's what it is. Yes, I am. Open your eyes big, Sam. No, I know what this is. But, okay, so if I'm being really honest, I actually really thought this was some guy, it's like a flicking off icon, emoji. I thought it was like a flicking off emoji, like a middle finger emoji, but then, people on Discord started telling me that it wasn't. It was, what is it? Is it a thumbs up or is it like high? Is it high or thumbs up? Could you upload this video that's recording now? It's gonna be viewable almost right after the stream ends. Like after the stream ends, you could wait about half an hour and it's automatically viewable again. So don't worry about that. Thumbs up. Okay, 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. All right. So today we're going to do something very, very simple. We're going to go over some very, very simple expressions, and you are going to play a very big role in today's scripts because I don't have any scripts. You're going to give me scripts based on certain expressions. Okay, now Sunday. It's Sunday, right? I'm sure you guys had a weekend. I don't know what kind of weekend you had, but after you spend a weekend, I want you to look back and, just kind of think about some things you did, some things that you wanted to do, but you couldn't, or something that you weren't expecting, but you did, or something that you regret doing, something that you wish you had done differently, something that there are many things that we can talk about based on what you did throughout the weekend. There are a lot of things that we can practice, okay? And we're just going to do just a few of them, okay? Just a minute. My daughter opened the windows of the balcony, so I had a headache because of the cold weather last night. Oh, was it cold last night? But now I'm better? Okay, all right. So you don't have a cold or anything, do you? Okay, let's start. Okay, let's start with something really simple. Something really simple, okay? Tell me about something you did. I did something today. Let's start really, really simple. Tell me something you did. Tell me something you did. Tell me something you did. I did something today. Tell me something that you did today or yesterday or Friday night, over the weekend. Okay, I had jjampong for lunch. I was pining over a... What is pining? I just woke up. Okay. I went out to get a cup of coffee with my cousin. Very good. Very, very good. I practiced driving today. Good. I went to a cafe. Okay. I played soccer today. I cleaned my house. I went to my friend's wedding today. Okay. I visited my parents today to get some side dishes from my mom. Side dishes my mom made for us. Okay, that's great. That's great. Now let's take this. I went to my friend's wedding today. Okay, I want you to look at this. And I want you to, let's expand the dialogue, okay? So I want you to ask some questions about this. Okay, so 지성님 says, I went to my friend's wedding today. What questions can we ask? What questions can we ask? How was the wedding? Wait, let me write. I went to, wait, what was it? Damn it, forget. I went to my friend's wedding today. To my friend's wedding today. So yes, we can ask. How was the wedding? Where? 어디서 했어? How do we ask this? When someone says, "Oh, I went to my friend's wedding today." How do we ask this? How do we ask this? Right. Where was it? Where was it? Where was it? Yeah, or where was the wedding? Where was it? Where was the wedding? Okay. And how was okay? How was the food? How was the food? And how was the food? Of course we might have to ask 거기서 밥 먹었어? How do we ask this? 거기서 밥 먹었어? How do we ask? Before we ask about how the food was, how do we ask this? Okay, this is good. Did you eat there? Did you eat there? Did you eat there? 만약에 there를 풀어서 한다면, if you were to spell out what there is, there를 만약에 풀어서 한다면, did you eat? 그쵸? At the wedding? Did you eat at the wedding? Did you eat there? 거기에서 there가 거기라는 의미만 갖는 경우는 잘 없어요. 아주 이례적으로 그럴 때도 있지만 일반적으로 거기에서 내지는 거기로 이렇게 전치사의 의미가 이미 들어가 있어요. 오케이? 그래서 뭐 at there, in there 아니에요. there. Did you eat there? 거기서 서가 이미 여기 있는 거예요. Did you eat there? There라는 것은 at the wedding 이라는 거예요. Did you eat there? Did you eat at the wedding?
Did you eat there? Did you eat there?
Very good. Yeah, did you eat there? Okay. Um Oh, 축의금. Yeah, that's interesting. I would say how much. Now, I don't know. Okay, I don't know how to say 축의금, but if I were asking a foreigner, I would say, oh, how much did you contribute? I would say that. How much would you contribute? Give me 1 second. Let me find out. Oh, it's just a gift. It's just a gift. How much did you how much cash did you give as gift? All right. Yes, that's right. Yeah. But still we may have to talk about a Korean wedding. So we still need to know how to talk about it, right? No. I mean, it could be like a cash gift. It could be in the form of a cash gift, but that's not the norm. 그게 가장 일반적인 형태는 아니에요. That's not the norm. They give gifts, wedding gifts, right? And cash gifts, I'm not really sure. Not really sure. Okay. Let's see. So how was the food? Right. Okay. Okay. All right. Next. I did something with someone today. Okay. Let's try this. Now, tell me tell me what you did with someone today. Was the bride beautiful? I went to the funeral hall with my friends. Okay. So you went to a funeral? You went to a funeral? I went to Chinatown in Incheon with church people today. Okay. All right. I went to Chinatown in Incheon with some people from church today. Let's add today here. Today with some people from church. I went to Chinatown in Incheon today with some people from church. Some people from church. With some people from church. Any questions? What can we ask? What can we ask? How did you get there? Oh, you go to church? Okay. Oh, you go to church? Oh, I didn't know you go to church. Oh, I didn't know you went to church. How did you get there? 차이나타운 처음 가본 거야? 거기는 처음 가본 거야? Okay. Was it your first time there? 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 Was it 이었냐? 이었습니까? 이었냐? Your first time. 너의 첫 번째. 거기에. Okay? 거기에. Was it your first time? Was it your first time? There를 풀어서 얘기를 하면 어떻게 되죠? There를 풀어서 얘기하면 어떻게 돼요? Was it your first time? 그쵸? In Chinatown? Was it your first time in Chinatown? Was it your first time there? Was it your first time in Chinatown? 교회 사람들이랑 그런 식으로 자주 여행 다녀? Okay. 길죠? It's a bit long. Just give me 1 second, please. 자, 교회 사람들이랑 이거 먼저 해보세요. 부분적으로 해볼게요. 교회 사람들이랑 어떻게 하죠? 교회 사람들이랑 교회 사람들이랑 church friends, church members, 뭐 church people라고 해도 물론 돼요. 물론 돼요. 근데 오늘은 이렇게 연습을 하세요. People from church. Okay? People from church. 그런 식으로. Like that. 그쵸? Like that. 자주 여행 다녀? 이거는 한 번에 할 수 있겠죠? 자주 여행 다녀? 이 랑이니까 with가 있었어야 됐네요. 그렇죠? With people from church. 그렇죠? 자주 여행 다녀? 그렇죠? Do you travel often? Do you travel often? 붙이면 되겠죠. Do you travel often with people from church like that? Very good. Very, very good. Very, very good. Yeah. Do you travel often with people from church like that? Do you travel often with people from church like that? Okay. 그쵸. Like that을 먼저 해도 괜찮겠네요. Do you travel often like that with people from church? 그것도 괜찮네요. 네, 그것도 괜찮네요. 사실 왜 그런지는 모르겠지만 이 두 번째가 전 더 좋은 것 같아요. 핸드크림님이 하신 거. Do you travel often like that with people from church? I like how it sounds. 이게 뭔가 더 자연스러운 것 같아요. Okay? 그래서 Do you travel often like that with people from church? Do you travel often like that with people from church? Yeah. Yeah. Do you travel often like that with people from church? Okay. All right. Next. 지금 이거 있죠? 이거요. 이거요. 음, 아, 어, 몇 명, 이거 어떻게 물어보지? 몇 명이 갔어? 몇 명이 갔어? 저도 이게 제일 좋아요. How many people were there? How many people were there? How many people were there? 여덟 명이었어. Yeah, were there. 이거를 직역으로 해석을 하면은요. 몇 명이 있었느냐예요. 몇 명이 있었느냐. 몇 명이 있었느냐. 오케이? 몇 명이 있었냐. 이게 그 혹시나 해서 이제 얘기를 하는 건데 몇 명이 갔어? 라고 물어봐 한국어에서 우리가 이런 식으로 물었다고 해서 꼭 이런 식으로 말을 해야 되는 게 아니에요. 영어에서는 이런 식의 질문을 할 때 지금 이 맥락이 지금 있잖아요. 그렇죠? 지금 이렇게 했다고 했으니까 이런 거에 대해서 질문하는 건데 이럴 때는 how many people went there 라고 그런 식으로 질문하면 이제 한국식으로 질문하는 거예요. 이럴 때는 그냥 보통 how many people were there 아니면 아까 어느 분이 해주신 것처럼 몇 명이랑 같이 갔냐라고 하는 것도 괜찮아요. How many people did you go with? 근데 더 간단하게 그냥 how many people were there. Okay?
Do you travel often like that with people from church?
Okay.
How was the food? How was the food?
How's the food? How's the food?
Was it your first time there? Was it your first time there?
Was it your first time there? Was it your first time there?
Did you travel often like that with people from church?
Okay.
Do you travel often like that?
그 RJ님이 노력하셔야 되는 발음은 이 like를 like라고 하지 않고 like라고 하는 거. like가 아니라 like. Not like. Okay? 이거는 습관 때문이에요. 습관 때문에 like를 계속 like라고 하는 건데 like가 아니라 like. 천천히. Do you travel often like that? Do you travel often like that with people from church? Okay. So, all right.
Do you travel often like that with people from church?
Okay, YG is doing a good job.
How many people were there? How many people were there? How many people were there?
Okay, good. How many people were there? How many people were there?
Do you travel often like that with people from church?
Very good.
I went to Chinatown in Incheon today with some people from church. Oh, I didn't know you went to church. Do you travel often like that with people from church?
Do you travel often like that with people from church?
Okay. So 어쨌든 몇 명이 같이 갔냐? 몇 명이 있었냐? 다 해서 몇 명이었냐? How many people were there? There were 8라고 할게요. 자, 근데 만약에 이 앞에 다 해서 8명이었어. 또는 총 8명이었어 라고 할 수도 있죠. 어떻게 하면 좋을까요? 다행히 그것보다 훨씬 간단해요. 그냥 total 붙이기만 하면 돼요. total. There were 8 total. There were 8 total. 그냥 이렇게만 하면 돼요. There were 8 total. 물론 in total라고 해도 맞지만 just there were 8 total. There were 8 total. There were 8 total. There were 8 total. 약간 더 풀어서 얘기를 한다면 there were a total of 8 라고 하는 사람들도 있을 거예요. There were a total of 8. 그냥 there were 8만 해도 되는 거냐고요? 네, 그냥 8명이었다. 8명이 있었다. Yeah, there were 8. There were 8. Yeah. 왜냐면 지금 이 질문에 대한 그 구성이 똑같죠. How many people? 이게 8명에 대한 의문사잖아요, 지금. 지금 이 8명이란 답변을 듣기 위해서 우리가 쓴 의문사가 How many people? 몇 명의 사람들이 있었느냐? Were there? 반대로 있었다. There were 8. 총, total. There were 8 total.
How many people were there? There were 8 total.
No, sounds good. 네, total 발음 까다로운데 하프문님 잘 하셨네요. 그냥 생략하는 거예요. 생략하는 거예요.
How many people were there? There were 8 total.
Okay.
I went to Chinatown today with people from church. Oh, I didn't know that you went to church.
Okay. All right. Very good. Very good. Okay. 오케이. 자, 그다음에 자, 여러분이 이번 주말 동안에 어딜 가서 뭔가를 한 거, 물론 아무것도 안 했을 수도 있지만 그냥 아무것도 안 했더라도 뭔가 이렇게 주말을 지내는 동안에 제가 하는 얘기에 부합하는 내용을 한번 찾아보세요. 오케이? 생각보다 어땠던 거 또는 생각만큼 어떻지 않았던 거. 이것도 주말을 보내고 나서 이런저런 거를 한 뒤에 이런 식의 문장들을 연습하면 좋아요. 예를 들어서 생각보다 추웠다. 해볼게요. Let's try this. 생각보다 추웠다. 하면 무슨 얘기를 할 수 있죠? 어떻게 하면 되죠? 그쵸? It was colder than I thought. It was colder than I thought. IK님 says, I spent more money than I thought. 그쵸? 이런 경우 정말 많죠? I spent more money than I thought. I spent more money than I thought. My weekend was more normal than I thought. The lunch I had was way better than I thought. Okay. I had lunch. Well, I had lunch. 뭐 어디에서 장소 얘기가 여기서 나오면 좋을 것 같고. I ordered what? It was better than I thought. Much better than I thought. 이런 식의 문장 흐름을 연습하면 정말 좋겠죠. 내가 어디에서 점심을 먹었다. 뭐를 주문했는데 생각보다 훨씬 맛있었다. 오케이? 만약에 저 지금 틀에 딱 들어맞는 내용이 실제로 오늘 나 있었어 하시는 분들은 이런 걸 이제 많이 연습을 하시는 거예요. 오케이? Let's see. I went to the park in Hanam. It was colder than I thought. The cafe I went to was bigger than I thought. Okay. 네, 관계절을 활용을 하면은 할 수 있는 말이 훨씬 이렇게 더 많아지죠. To was bigger than I thought. The cafe I went to. 이게 한국어로 해석하면 뭐죠? The cafe I went to. The cafe I went to. 네, expected 해도 돼요. expected 해도 되는데 thought가 말을 하기 실제로 쓰기에는 더 편리해요. 발음도 그렇고. 그렇죠? 그래서 이렇게 연습을 하세요. 그렇죠? 내가 갔던 카페. The cafe I went to. 이게 내가 갔던 카페죠. 내가 갔던 카페가 생각보다 컸다. The cafe I went to was bigger than I thought. I had lunch at Subway. I orders가 아니라 order는 과거형으로 나와야죠. I ordered meatball footlong. Okay, it was much better than I thought. Okay. The movie which was much better than I thought. Okay, yeah. I spent more time at my in-laws than I thought. Yeah, at my in-laws. I spent more time at my in-laws than I thought. 지금 이 말을요. 사실 이 말은 두 문장으로 나눠서 하는 게 좀 전에 여기서 했던 것처럼 위에서 이런 식으로 했던 것처럼 조금 나눠서 얘기를 하면 더 좋아요. 어떻게 나눠서 얘기하면 더 좋을까요? 어떻게 나눠서 얘기하면 더 좋을까요? 다소리님, 다소리님 진짜 오랜만에 오셨다. Hey, it's been a while. What's up? It was windier than I thought. Yeah, it's good. It was windier than I thought. Yeah. 그 토들러 채널에 아주 초창기 진짜 몇 년, 한 6년 됐나요? 진짜 오래전에 연습 가이드로 가장 먼저 이걸 연습해라 라고 했던 것 중에 하나가 있었어요. 의도했던 거, 그런데 어떻게 하다 보니까 의도와는 다르게 하게 된 거. 이 문맥 흐름. 연습 가이드 있었죠. 이럴 때 딱 쓰기가 좋은 거예요. 오케이? 그래서 I went to my in-laws over the weekend. 한 어느 정도 거기에 있으려고 했던 원래는 어느 정도 거기에 있으려고 했었는지 얘기를 해볼까요? 원래는 한 뭐 언제까지만 있으려고 아니면 뭐 몇 시간만 있으려고 했었는데 이 말 어떻게 하죠? 그쵸? I was going to be there. 그쵸? 이런 식으로 율라봉님이 하신 것처럼 I was going to be there for just 하나 넣으면 좋겠죠. 생각보다 길어진 거라는 맥락으로 갈 거니까 I was going to be there for just a few hours. But I ended up staying there much longer than I thought. I went to my in-laws over the weekend. I was gonna be there for just a few hours, but I ended up staying there much longer than I thought. Oh, hey, what's up? What's going on? 유튜브의 거부터 연습하면 좋을까요? Yes. 쭉 보시면서요. 그냥 그냥 눈에 좀 들어오는 거. 뭐 이거는 좀 뭔가 내가 이런 말 좀 배우면 좋겠다라고 싶은 것들을 위주로 그냥 그런 것부터 보시면 돼요. 무작위하게. I went to my in-laws over the weekend. I was going to stay there. I was going to be there for just a few hours, but I ended up staying there much longer than I thought. Okay. In-laws. in-laws는 시댁 내지는 처가댁. 여자의 입장이라면 시댁, 남자의 입장에서 얘기를 할 때는 처가댁. In-laws. In-laws. I went to my in-laws over the weekend. I was going to be there for just a few hours, but I ended up staying there much longer than I thought.
Do you often travel like that with people from church?
There were 8 total.
It was colder than I thought. I spent more money than I thought.
I went to my in-laws over the weekend. I was going to be there for just a few hours, but I ended up staying there much longer than I thought.
Sorry about that. 지금 이렇게 얘기를 듣다 보니까 이 말을 먼저 하고요. 그런 다음에 이 얘기로 이어서 하는 게 왠지 더 좋을 것 같아요. 한번 보세요. I went to my in-laws over the weekend. I ended up staying there much longer than I thought. 하면서 이제 그 부분을 해명을 하는 거예요. I was gonna be there for just a few hours, but 길어지는 이유가 뭐죠? 길어지는 이유는 뭘까요? 좋다. Lose track of time, yeah. But we all sort of lost track of time. Yeah, 좋네요. 이거 좋네요. I went to my in-laws over the weekend. 주말 동안 처가댁 내지는 시댁에 갔었는데 I ended up staying there much longer than I thought. 생각보다 훨씬 오래 거기에 있게 됐다. 어떻게 된 거냐? I was gonna be there. 원래는 거기에 for just a few hours 동안 be 하려고 했었는데 거기에 있으려고 했었는데 but we all sort of lost track of time. 다들 약간 그러니까 정확히 왜 그런지는 얘기는 안 한 거죠. 그냥 약간 어쩌다 보니 시간 가는 줄 몰랐다. 라는 얘기를 하고 있죠. Okay? 제가 국제학교 학생들 100으로 가르치고 있는데 티칭할 때 많이 하는 말들을 외워서 가는 게 좋을까요? Of course. Yeah. 그럼요. 막상 학생들 마주하면 말이 안 나오면 그거는 뭐 그걸 해결해 줄 수 있는 건 따로 없어요. 뭐 충분히 예상하시죠. 그거는 당연히 그거를 뭐 이렇게 없애주는 건 당연히 없고 그냥 준비를 많이 해 가도 아마 막힐 거예요. 근데 그거는 그냥 많이 부딪히고 해보는 수밖에 없어요. 그거는 뭐 어느 언어든 마찬가지예요. 뭐 영어라서 그런 게 아니라 외국인이 한국어를 배우는 입장이었어도 마찬가지였을 거예요. Same thing. Okay? 한 가지 제가 팁을 드리자면 그 현장에서 말하다가 얘기를 하다가 막혔어요. 단어가 안 떠올랐어요. 표현이 안 떠올랐어요. 그 부분을 그냥 한국어로 처리해버려요. 그럼 다들 그게 무슨 뜻이냐라고 그럼 보여줘요. 오케이? 무슨 얘기인지 알겠죠? Anyway, so I went to my in-laws over the weekend. I ended up staying there much longer than I thought. I was going to be there for just a few hours, but we all sort of lost track of time. Yeah, we all sort of lost track of time. thought 대신에요. thought 대신에 thought 대신에 had hoped 하면 무슨 말이 될까요? I ended up staying there much longer than I had hoped. 잠깐만. 맞네. Than I had hoped. 맞구나. 오케이. 그렇죠. 이 thought를 이렇게 바꿔주면은 그 의미가 돼요. 바랬던 것보다. 그러니까 그 의미, 그러니까 여기서 이제 had hoped라고 하면은 원래는 더 일찍 돌아오고 싶었는데 더 오래 있게 됐다. Okay? So I ended up staying there much longer than I had hoped. I ended up staying there much longer than I'd hoped. Okay? 이 then I had hoped 이거 있죠. 이거 실제로 되게 많이 써요. 이거 연습해두면 좋아요. 오케이? 바랬던 것보다. 오케이? 뭐 바랬던 것보다 뭐 돈을 더 많이 쓰게 됐다. 이것도 마찬가지고 뭐 바랬던 것보다 더 뭐 등등등. Right? sort of는 한국어로 어떤 의미 있냐고요? 어쩌다 보니 약간 시간이 가는 줄 모르고 그냥 그러고 있었어. 어쩌다 보니 지금 sort of를요 의미로만 놓고 보는 게 아니라 이 말을 왜 하느냐 굳이 사실 안 해도 의미는 똑같거든요. 우리는 모두 시간 가는 줄 모르고 그렇게 지냈다. 근데 sort of라고 함으로써 이게 구체적인 얘기는 그냥 생략하고 그냥 정확히 어떻게 된 건지는 나도 잘 모르고 그냥 어쩌다 보니 그렇게 됐다. 약간 그런 취지에서 하는 말이에요. 그런 취지에서. 오케이? 그런 취지에서. 오케이. 소보로 먹고 싶다고요? That's good. All right.
I went to my in-laws over the weekend. I ended up staying there much longer than I thought. I was gonna be there for just a few hours, but we all sort of lost track of time.
Very good.
I went to my in-laws over the weekend. I ended up staying there much longer than I thought. I was going to be there just a few hours, but we all sort of lost track of time.
Yeah, lost track of time. We lost track of time. Lost track of time. Lost track of time. 이거 외워두시면 좋아요.
I went to my in-laws over the weekend. I ended up staying there much longer than I thought. I was gonna be there for just a few hours, but we all sort of lost track of time.
I went to my in-laws over the weekend. I ended up staying there much longer than I thought. I was gonna be there for just a few hours, but we all sort of lost track of time.
All right, very good. 그럼 의미 차이가 있을까요? 어떤 의미? 나는 가고 싶었는데 상황상 눈치가 보여서 못 가는 상황의 경우랑 나는 가고 싶은데, 그러니까 떠나고 싶은데 말씀하시는 거죠? 상황상 눈치가 보여서 못 가는 상황의 경우랑 그냥 의식하지 않고 시간이 그렇게 된 경우랑 둘 다일 수도 있어요, 페니님. 어느 한쪽, 왜냐면 이렇게 생각해 보세요. 한 2시간만 있고 싶었어요. 만약에 2시간만 있고 싶었는데 뭐 어쩌다 보니 나도 시간 가는 줄 모를 수도 있잖아요. 그쵸? 물론 계속 가고 싶으면은 뭐 시간을 계속 확인을 하겠지만 안 그럴 수도 있잖아요. 그러고 나서 뭐야 시간이 벌써 있겠네. 2시간만 있으려고 했는데 이런 상황이 있을 수가 있잖아요. So it's not always one or the other. Okay? Okay.
I went to a supermarket yesterday. I ended up buying more stuff than I planned. I was going to buy just a 간장, but I was too hungry, so I couldn't help it.
여러분 해석해 보세요. 들은 걸 바탕으로 해석해 주세요.
I went to a supermarket yesterday. I ended up buying more stuff than I planned. I was going to buy just a 간장, but I was too hungry, so I couldn't help it. I went to a supermarket yesterday. I ended up buying more stuff than I planned. I was going to buy just a 간장, but I was too hungry, so I couldn't help it.
What did he say? 생각보다 많이 샀다. 간장만 사려 했는데. 슈퍼마켓 가서 간장만 사려고 했는데 너무 배고파서 생각보다 많이 샀다. 생각했던 것보다 훨씬 많이 샀다. 간장만 사려 했는데 너무 배고파서 어쩔 수 없었다. 그쵸? 나도 모르게 많이 사버린 거죠. 그게 I couldn't help it이죠. 맨 마지막 얘기는 I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it. 어쩔 수 없었다라기보다는 저는 이거를 만약에 굳이 해석을 한다면 좀 더 그 맥락에 섞어서 해석을 했을 것 같아요. 나도 모르게 생각보다 많이 사게 됐다. 오케이? 나도 모르게. 왜냐면 이 I couldn't help it가 뭔가 주체가 안 된, 컨트롤이 안 된 것에 대한 얘기거든요. 어쩔 수 없었기 때문에 어떻게 선택할 수도 있잖아요. 배고프니까 어쩔 수 없이 사야지. 이게 아닐 수도 있잖아요. 눈이 돌아가고 나도 모르게 사는 약간 그런 게 I couldn't help it거든요. 그래서 나도 모르게 많이 사게 됐다. 하신 얘기가 I went to the supermarket yesterday and I ended up buying much more stuff than I thought. planned라고 하셨네. I was going to buy just 간장 soy sauce, but I was so hungry and I couldn't help it. 뭐 이런 얘기를 하신 것 같아요. I went to the supermarket yesterday and I ended up buying much more stuff than I'd planned. I was gonna buy just soy sauce, but I was so hungry and I couldn't help it. Yeah. 행복님, 이거 영어로 해주세요. 자, 지금 행복님이 하신 이 얘기 있죠? 지금 행복님이 하신 이 얘기. 그래서 배고플 때 장 보는 거 아니야. 이 말을 하려면 어떤 말부터 튀어나와야 돼요? 영어에서는? 어떤 말부터 튀어나와야 돼요? 그쵸? That's why부터 튀어나오는 거죠. 그래서 이러는 거야. 지금 이 상황과 그리고 기존에 알고 있던 어떤 사실과 이게 이제 연결시켜 주는 거예요. 그러니까 이런 거야라고 이렇게 That's why 이렇고. 오케이? 자, 다시 보자. 그래서 배고플 때 장 보는 거 아니야. That's why 다음에 어떤 말로 이어지면 좋을까요? That's why you're not supposed to. 오케이. 저는 그렇게 얘기 안 할 것 같아요. 뭐냐면 you're not supposed to는요. 여러분, you're not supposed to 이것도 한 가지 설명해야 될 것 같아요. You're not supposed to는요. 어떤 약속이나 보통 약속이요. 어떤 약속이나 아니면 그게 어떤 도덕적인 어떤 그런 기준에 의해서 어떻게 해야 하면 안 되는 의무와 책임이 있는 것에 대한 얘기예요. 그래서 해도 되긴 하거든요. 괜찮거든요. 아주 이상하지도 않거든요. 근데 지금은 you're not supposed to 보다는 뭐 you shouldn't 내지는 사실 저라면 you shouldn't도 아니고 그냥 이렇게 얘기할 것 같아요. That's why you never. That's why you never. That's why you never go grocery shopping on an empty stomach. That's why you never go grocery shopping on an empty stomach. shouldn't라고 해도 돼요. shouldn't도 괜찮아요. shouldn't도 괜찮은데 저라면 딱 이렇게 얘기를 할 것 같아요. That's why you never go grocery shopping on an empty stomach. Okay. All right. 자, 그러면 여기에서 우리가 또 연습을 이어서 바로 할 수 있는 거. 방금 전에 요 얘기 있죠. 그리고 방금 이 얘기도 있었고요. 그러면은 빈속에 맞나요? 빈속에 장 보러 가는 게 아니었는데 이 말 어떻게 하죠? 빈속에 장 보러 가는 게 아니었는데 이거는 그 좀 전에 이 얘기를 하신 분이 이어서 얘기를 하는 거죠. 그쵸? 이어서 내가 이랬는데 너무 배고파서 나도 모르게 막 너무 많이 사버렸어. 빈속에 장 보러 가는 게 아니었는데 I shouldn't have gone grocery shopping on an empty stomach. I shouldn't have gone grocery shopping. I shouldn't have gone grocery shopping. 장 보러 가면 안 됐었다. I shouldn't have gone grocery shopping. 그쵸? On an empty stomach. 빈속에. 네, 이거 저도 예전에 잘못 알고 있었던 거예요. on. 저는 예전에 당연히 in이라고 생각했었거든요. 그래서 예전에 이거 관련해서 그 영상 올렸었을 때 실수로 그냥 in으로 그냥 해버렸어요. 뭐 의심도 안 하고. 근데 알고 보니까 on이더라고요. 좀 의외였어요. 저도 이게. We learn something every day, right? So, I shouldn't have gone grocery shopping on an empty stomach. I shouldn't have gone grocery shopping on an empty stomach. 자, 이거를요. 지금은 이제 토들러 채널이긴 하지만 본 채널에서 놀러 오신 분들은 이거를 또 어떻게도 얘기할 수 있으면 좋냐? 이건 뭐 어떻게 설명이 안 되네. 본 채널에 계신 분들은 이것도 외우세요. 오케이? 이것도 외우세요. I should have known better than to go grocery shopping on an empty stomach. Empty. 피묵음? Yes. 피묵음. Yes, yes, yes. Empty. Empty. 그냥 발음을 아예 하지 마세요. 그냥 empty. Empty. 자, 이거는요. 그냥 정말 표면적으로 그러면 안 됐었다 라고 얘기를 하는 거고, 이거는 내가 그때 더 현명한 판단을 했었어야 되는데 이것보다 이런 식으로 얘기를 하는 거예요. 이것보다 더 잘 생각해서 그러지 말았었어야 됐는데 라는 얘기예요. 오케이? 내가 그래서 than이 나온 거예요. 뭐뭐보다 이렇게 하기보다 더 잘 판단했었어야 됐는데 라는 얘기예요. I should have known better. I should have known better. 오케이? 이거는 근데 토들러 분들은 신경 쓰지 마시고요. 오케이. 또 뭐가 있냐. 오케이. 자, 그리고 이렇게 주말 동안 이것저것 하고 나서 되돌아보니까 다행인 거 해서 참 다행이다 라는 생각이 드는 것 내용을 한번 찾아보세요. 내가 이번 주말을 보내면서 내가 이러길 참 잘했지. 내가 이러길 해서 다행이다. 뭐뭐 하길 또는 하지 않길 잘했다. 이런 내용을 한번 찾아보세요. 여러분의 오케이, 욜라봉님 I'm glad I took a nap today. Okay.
I shouldn't have gone grocery shopping on an empty stomach. I should have known better than to go grocery shopping on an empty stomach.
Okay, sounds good. 식하길 잘했다. Why? I'm glad I didn't skip the stream even though I was tired today. Okay. Alright. 그래서 I'm glad 또는 it's a good thing 이런 표현들을 써서 해주면 좋아요. I'm glad 또는 it's a good thing 한 다음에 그냥 완성형 문장으로 둘 다 이어주면 돼요. I'm glad 뭐뭐 it's a good thing. 정시호님 says, I'm so glad I spent time with my family. Okay, very good. I'm glad that I took a break time all day. Okay. Okay. 저라면은요, 이렇게 했을 것 같아요. 이렇게 할 것 같아요. 그 얘기를 지금 뭐라고 하시냐면, I'm glad that 이게 한국어로 하면 뭐냐면, 오늘 하루 종일 쉬길 잘했다. 이 얘기죠. 그쵸? 이 얘기죠. 제가 이거를 영어로 한다면 어떻게 말을 할지 맞춰보세요. 여러분이 맞춰보세요. Guess. How would I say this? 제가 이걸 영어로 한다면 어떻게 할지를 여러분이 한번 맞춰보세요. Guess. 이거는 아마 오늘 나왔던 얘기 중에 제일 어려울 수도 있어요. 정시원님 맞췄다. 정시원님 맞췄다. I'm glad I did nothing all day today. I'm glad I did nothing all day today. 저라면 이렇게 얘기해요. I'm glad I did nothing all day today. I'm glad I did nothing all day today. What's up, Eddie? What's up, man? What's going on? How you doing today? How's your weekend? I'm glad I did nothing all day today. 자, 여러분, 다행인 거, 어떻게 하길 잘한 거, 또는 어떻게 하지 않길 잘한 거, 뭐 있을까요? It's a good thing I took medicine for my headache. Okay. I'm glad I ate my brother's cookie today. Why? What? 왜지? It's a good thing I chilled out all day long. 물론 그렇게 얘기할 수도 있어요. Sure. 뭐 언제나 그렇지만 어떤 한 가지를 딱 한 가지로만 얘기할 수 있는 건 아니에요. There are always many ways we can talk about the same thing. I'm glad I didn't spend money than I thought. I'm glad I spent less money. 근데 이거는요, 왠지 이렇게 돼야 될 것 같아요. I'm glad it was cheaper than I thought. 왜냐면 생각보다 돈을 더 쓰는 거는 그 말 자체를 놓고 보면은요, 생각보다 돈을 덜 썼다. 이건 계획적으로 했다라는 게 안 맞지 않나요? 선택이 아니라 그냥 벌어진 일 아닌가요? 생각보다 돈을 더 썼다. 아무튼 맥락상 이게 더 잘 맞을 것 같아요. I'm glad it was cheaper than I thought. Yeah. 비가 오기 전에 미리 고사리 말린 거거든. Wow, this is really the difficulty level is very high here. I don't know what 고사리 is. 뭐 이런 거 아닐까요? I'm glad I brought the 고사리 inside before it started raining. I hung out with my best friend today. I was gonna buy lunch for her, but she ended up treating me because my birthday is next week. We had 한정식. It was very delicious. I'm glad I chose that. Oh, okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. 딱 한 가지 suggest를 한다면 I was gonna buy lunch for her 보다 I was gonna 뭐 사실 네. I was gonna buy lunch for her. 이거를 조금 더 자연스럽게 고치면 어떻게 되죠? 좀 더 자연스럽게 고치면은 이렇게 해도 얼마든지 의미는 통해요. 그쵸? For her가 아니라 I was gonna buy her lunch. I was gonna buy her lunch. I was gonna buy her lunch. Okay? I'm glad that I sent message to my friend saying you're gonna make it. Don't worry. Okay. All right. Treat her to lunch. Treat her to lunch. You could say that, but I would just say this. I was gonna buy her lunch. Okay. That's it. That's it. We're done. We are done. We are done. 지금 이게 뭐냐면 여러분이 주말을 보내고 나서 물론 안 하시겠지만 이렇게 주말을 보내고 나서 주말 동안 내가 한 일들, 하지 않는 일들, 벌어진 일들 다 그냥 주말 동안에 있었던 일들을 다 생각을 하면서 이런 식으로 그냥 약간 회상하면서 뭘 했는지 누구랑 뭘 했는지 거기에 대해서 문득 누가 만약에 질문을 한다면 상상하면서 질문도 한번 스스로 해보고 오케이? 그러면서 그냥 혼자서 대화를 만들어 보고요. 그리고 이런 거 연습하면 좋아요. 이런 거 bigger than I thought 이런 거요. 그쵸? 이런 거 그러면서 우리가 흔히 정말 많이 쓰는 그런 패턴들 원래는 어떻게 하려고 했었는데 어떤 일이 있어서 이런 결과가 생겼다. 그쵸? 이거는 저희가 아주 초창기 때 연습을 하라고 제가 영상을 만든 게 있었죠. 그런 것도 해보고요. 이렇게 연습도 했죠. 그러면서 거기에서 그거를 다양한 다른 관점에서 또 얘기를 해보는 거예요. 이렇게 얘기를 했어요. 뭐 이거면 됐다라고 생각할 수도 있는데 여기에서 우리가 이어서 또 이렇게도 얘기가 나오잖아요. 그러면 정말 중요한 이 shouldn't have 라는 이런 표현들 이런 것도 같이 연습할 수 있고요. 오케이? 그리고 이제 본 채널 분들은 이런 것도 연습하고요. 거기에 대해서 만약에 누가 거기에 대해서 코멘트를 단다면 이런 식으로도 얘기할 수 있다. 이거는 뭐 제가 영어를 하니까 이런 말들이 생각난 게 아니라 그냥 그 대화를 실제로 이루어지고 있는 대화라고 상상을 하니까 그냥 이런 말들이 떠오르는 거예요. That's why 내가 떠올린 것도 아니구나. 다른 분이 하신 거잖아요. 그렇죠? 그런 거를 그냥 흘려보내지 말고 영어로 한번 해보는 거예요. Right? That's why you never go grocery shopping on an empty stomach. Okay? 그리고 이런 거. 어떤 일이 있고 나면 이런 말들을 우리가 이런 생각들을 하기 마련이잖아요. So. Okay. All right. That's it. I am starving. I can't talk anymore. I gotta go eat something. Oh man, so hungry. 지금까지 화면에 썼던 말들 다 영상 아래 설명란에 다 복사해놨으니까요. 보면서 복습하시고요. Practice, okay? Practice. 너무 세부적인 거에 너무 집착하지 마시고요. 그냥 전체적인 거를 많이 반복을 많이 하는 거 그게 제일 중요한 거예요. Okay? So. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Thanks for spending time with me on this Sunday night. I hope you all have a great rest of your evening and the rest of your weekend or whatever we have left of it. And I hope you all have a great rest of your... I hope to see you guys very soon in a future live stream like this one or in a future lesson video. Have a good night. Have a good night, everybody. Peace.